to be dependent on the government, not on their families, not on themselves.
Well, they want them to be so far in debt that the parents have to work overtime each.
That's right.
Thus taking their focus away from their kids, not being able to educate the kids, and then those kids are forced to use this Common Core. And then we have a whole generation of slow people coming in.
This graphic here is a lie. Lower the cost of community college to zero. If you read it, he's proposing 75% they pay. So that's not zero.
Well, you notice they always say it's free, just like at first Obamacare was free, then it became the Affordable Care Act. Now it's going to be free college tuition, and then when he gets called on in a year or so from now, it's going to be affordable college tuition.
And it's really a tax on your
David, you don't understand fuzzy math. I'm sorry. 75% is zero. It just depends on how you think about it.
Common Core.
Just got to round it up, right?
It's just like NASA and NOAA said it was the hottest year on record, and then they were like, well, 38%, we're 38% sure of that.
Well, yeah, we'll cherry pick points across the globe that were hotter.
All right.
Now, in his plan, right now he's saying 9 million students, $3,800 per year. In the plan, it says a max of $2,500 per year.
Wow.
It also says a max of 75%. So in some of their stuff, they have $3,800 per year, and others, they have $2,500 per year.
So
but it's not going to lower the cost. It's not going to lower the cost to get everybody in community college, just like it hasn't lowered the cost to have more people go to college. It's actually made colleges more expensive as they've got unlimited budgets. They charge people more for their tuition. They go up in the tuition.
Well, and especially, you know, I think it's on his part for what he's trying to do, it's a good investment because you get them to go to the community college, and then when they go to the university and they're paying those astronomical rates for the most simplistic classes, now you get them into debt.
That's right.
For joke degrees that they can't even get a job for.
Asking more businesses to follow the lead of companies like CVS and UPS and offer more educational benefits and paid apprenticeships. Opportunities that give workers the chance to earn higher paying jobs even if they don't have a higher education. And as a new generation of veterans comes home, we owe them every opportunity to live the American dream they helped defend.
Oh, yeah, except when they arrest veterans for owning guns, and, you know, they arrest Grisham for walking down the street with his kid with his rifle on his back. But, you
they
know,
want to put a robot in charge to run the VA healthcare system.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
they love the veterans.
Oh, they're patting themselves
and then
on the back.
they teach DHS that returning veterans are the threat. You know, but they love you so much.
Joe Biden. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Jill. Has helped nearly 700,000 veterans and military spouses get a new job.
Oh, come on, man.
What do you think about that, Big? Tell us about how you've been treated as a veteran.
How long have you had to wait at the VA?
Wow. Years? You know, I went into the doctor to have my foot looked at, and when I showed up, apparently the doctor says that I have a broken ankle. You know, so I had to jump up and down and show this guy that my ankle clearly wasn't broken. I mean, these guys have no idea the VA healthcare system is failing, and they want to bring in robots now to take it over. I mean, this is out of control.
You don't know how close you came to having your leg amputated, Joe.
Yeah, imagine waking up and not having a right leg. That would have been horrible.
Wait a minute, was it right or left? Was it this guy or that guy?
It's my right leg that is supposedly broken, but I'd probably wake up with my left one taken off.
Since 2010, America has put more people back to work than Europe, Japan, and all advanced economies combined.
The bad news is
having some issues.
The bad news is the entire globe is in economic decline. That's why you see the commodities crashing.
Like our auto industry.
That's why even cheap
Our
oil isn't
auto
bringing it
industry
back.
that we're moving overseas.
Yeah.
That didn't even exist 10 or 20 years ago. Jobs at companies like Google and eBay and Tesla.
That pays zero taxes.
So no one knows.
Yeah, that pays zero taxes. That's right, dude.
The jobs of the future. But we do know we want them here in America. We know that.
Paying no taxes here in America.
Paying to ship
We need them here
industries
so they
overseas.
can spy on us.
Yeah.
It's a total sham. Look at it. Dog and pony show.
Yeah.
Right.
Trans-Pacific Partnership and these new cyber crimes and cyber controls, internet controls, this is what's really dangerous. And he's going to get that through because the Republicans want it even more badly than he does.
21st century businesses need 21st century infrastructure.
Here we go.
Ports and stronger bridges.
Faster
Faster
broadband.
trains,
Yeah.
and the fastest internet.
that you're going to regulate.
Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah,
We
it's
need
gonna be
faster
the fastest internet because nobody's going to be able to use it because it's so taxed and regulated.
Oil pipeline.
Well, we need faster internet because they're using so much of our bandwidth to spy on us.
Right.
Yeah, you got chargers you put in the wall that spy on you.
Yeah.
You've got your cell phones. You've got everything. Facebook, everything is spying on us right now.
Yep.
Well, you think about it, it's a significant amount of your bandwidth is being lost to the NSA. And so they want faster bandwidth universally so they can collect more data on us.
Businesses, including small businesses, need to sell more American products overseas. Today, our businesses
Yeah, White
export
House
more than ever.
internet rules to be
And
implemented
exporters
without
tend to pay
Congress.
their workers higher
Here we go. Trans-Pacific Partnership.
But as we speak, China wants to write the rules for the world's fastest growing region. That would put our workers and our businesses at a disadvantage. Why would we let that happen?
We're going to let the corporations write the
We
rules.
should write those rules.
Yeah,
And
in
by
secret.
we, he means none of you because you don't get to see it.
Both parties to give me trade promotion
Only
I
600
don't think she
corporate-
realizes she's on camera.
with strong new trade deals from Asia to Europe that aren't just free, but are also fair.
Why are all
Okay.
these people clapping? They don't even
These
know what's in it.
agreements are being done in secret with corporate lobbyists. Not even these elected puppets can see what the agreements are. It's going to bring parity with these corporations to governments, and it's going to go far beyond trade.
Decide everything in the international tribunal, so
Yeah.
your country's laws don't matter, your courts
And that's
don't
why
matter.
we've gone after countries that break the rules at our expense. But 95% of the world's customers live outside our borders.
You know, you see it right there.
We can't close
Yeah.
ourselves off from those opportunities.
Tell us what's in it. If it's so good, you shouldn't have to hide it until the last minute. Fast track means that nobody gets to see it, nobody gets to change it. He wants to sign it before the Congress, and the Congress is this useless vestige that isn't going to do anything.
Wait, isn't this the same man that said he was going to be transparent?
Yeah, transparently
Right.
crooked.
What happened to that?
He wanted to set up
Transparently
all of
crooked.
these online things where we could see what the lobbyists are spending. And
Transparent behind a very dark wall.
Yeah.
I think he's been very transparent about his tyranny.
Well, he shows you footage from his vacations. Maybe that's like, it's kind of like a reality show, kind of transparent. Come watch me play golf, or
It shows you how
hang
bad
out with,
he is
you
at
know, the celebrities and all
basketball
that.
Has reversed a disease once thought unstoppable. So tonight I'm launching a new precision medicine initiative to bring us closer to curing diseases like cancer.
Big pharmaceutical companies, big agri, Hollywood entertainment industry is writing copyright rules and regulations that are going to be forced on the rest of the globe, along with their cyber internet controls, with their cyber crimes legislation. This is something that everybody globally should be concerned about. But of course, in the other countries, their elected representatives are not allowed to see what the corporations are negotiating with their lobbyists in secret.
A free and open internet.
To every classroom and every
Your data is free and open.
To them, to the
Yeah.
NSA.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's free and open to them, so they can openly spy on you and take it and use it against
Openly
you.
and freely.
I want Americans to win the race for the kinds of discoveries that unleash new jobs.
Oh, that's why you're gonna
Converting sunlight into liquid
defund
fuel.
NASA.
DARPA.
Creating
There you go.
revenue.
Yeah,
There we
there's-
go, DARPA.
yeah. He wants Americans
Rise of the robots. It's A-OK right there.
make
Yeah.
the AI.
Well, he's got that $100 million brain initiative. Don't forget about that.
That's right.
Solar system.
What was the movie where they were all the humans were programming the computers and that was their job? And when they got sad, they
Spacecraft
get
as part of
pills.
the re-energized space program that will
That's what we're
send
needed for.
astronauts to Mars.
clean the machines.
2 months
Is it Divergent?
to prepare us for those missions. Scott Kelly will begin a year-long stay in space. So
Who,
good
me?
luck, Captain. Make sure to Instagram it. We're proud of you.
Yay. Instead of
Come
Instagram.
on, he has been so tough on NASA.
Yeah.
Eh,
I thought NASA's first
They had like
responsibility
a
was reaching out
hiring
to the
freeze and-
Muslim
Hey guys,
community.
I just
That's
looked.
what he said
Bulgaria and Romania have faster internet than the United States.
Right.
Oh, here, yeah.
Ours is ridiculously
There you go.
slow.
When it comes to issues like infrastructure and basic research, I know there's bipartisan support in this chamber. Members of
Romania.
both parties
Romania.
Wow.
That's because the guy with the computer. Direct line.
Isn't that where
That's,
Lucifer is?
Yeah, that's where Guccifer was. Yeah, that's how he's able to hack all those guys. That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Everybody else does too.
Oh, no, he said we don't mind paying our fair share of taxes that he continues to raise.
Lobbyists have
Right.
rigged the
He
tax
means they
code
don't mind
loopholes that
paying
let
their fair
some
share.
corporations pay nothing while others pay full.
You're talking about lobbyists. Didn't this happen under your administration?
Giveaways that the super rich don't need, while denying a break to middle-class families who do.
Yeah, what was the statistic that just came out?
This year we have an opportunity to...
During his administration, the top 1%, now they own even more than 60%.
Yeah.
That all happened during his administration. And he says the same thing every
Then
single
why are you
year.
moving industry overseas?
It's so frustrating if people say, do we even need a State of the Union? I mean, it's all lies, but honestly, you want to watch it to see what they're not going to do. Here's how we're going to lie to you for the next couple of years.
I think it is useful as just a catalog of all the stuff, the broken promises. So you can at least go back and say, when he says, well, I didn't say that Syria violated the red line, or I didn't say that it was free or whatever, you can go back and show him, yeah, you did. But, oh, well, you know, my teleprompter told me to say that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting to see how they can't even keep their lies straight. They don't have a good enough memory to lie consistently about free education, for example.
Honestly, David, I don't think they care. They don't expect you to pay attention. They think you're watching reality shows or sports or whatever else. And I mean, if that's your entertainment, that's fine. But there's plenty of real stuff going on, not so much here, but there are real things going on in the world.
I wonder did we ever find out who's the last man standing? What is that called?
Oh, the designated survivor.
Yes.
Yes, one of the cabinet
Obama
members.
attack on trust fund loophole could increase tax advantage on trust or of trust.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to pretend that this is something that's going to affect the trust funds of people like Bill Gates. It's not. When they go after the 509 education IRAs, they're going after people who on average have $20,000 that they've set aside for their children's education. And they're going to tax those poor people. They're going to do the ex post factos, okay? After these people have been lied to by these guys, have made their plans, have saved money after they paid taxes. Now he's going to come back and renege on those promises and take that money away. See, when you can't plan for the future, you become totally dependent on the government, and that's really the plan.
Right.
Driving everybody into dependency.
And it'll be the people who can't figure out the tax code, people like myself who, you know, go through H&R Block or something like that, where they openly say, we have no idea how we're going to help you with your taxes this year because we don't understand.
Well, the IRS says that when you call them, they say you can't rely on their advice to solve anything. And one of the things I like about this article there is that sign that says we understand the tax code. Right?
No tax return to
We can understand everything, and yet the CEO says, no, we don't know what it is. We haven't a clue.
With strong diplomacy. When we leverage our power with coalition building. When we don't let our fears
Like the ISIS
blind us to
coalition.
the opportunities
The ISIS coalition.
presents.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing right now. And around the globe, it is making a difference.
Yeah, it is. Bunch of burned Christian villages from those
We stand united
ISIS
with
and
people around the
Al-Qaeda
world
rebels.
who've been targeted by
That's
terrorists. From a school in Pakistan to the streets
Exactly
of
right, Jakari. After we went to those countries, we can point with
Drone
pride to the
strike.
fact that even though they allowed Christians in these predominantly Muslim countries for centuries, after we went there, they've been totally expunged, and now you see these atrocities being conducted on Christians because of blowback.
Yeah.
And that's by design.
At the same time, we've learned some costly lessons over the last 13 years.
We don't know what we're
Instead of
doing.
Americans patrolling the valleys of Afghanistan,
So keep on funding them.
we've trained their security forces, who've now taken the lead. And we've honored
And
our
defected
troops'
to ISIS.
sacrifice by supporting
Brought
that
all of our
country's
weapons
first
with them.
democratic transition. Instead of sending large ground forces overseas, we're partnering
train
with
the
nations
rebels.
from South Asia to North Africa.
We accidentally dropped
To
supplies
deny-
off to ISIS and
Yeah,
say
we
we
just
didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, we dropped a box full of grenades over there.
In Syria,
Pallet full of grenades.
American leadership, including our military power.
Is he going to put up that
Stopping
stat
ISIL's
about
advance.
how many innocent people they killed with their drone strikes?
Instead of getting dragged
Oh, I
into
don't think so.
another-
He is
Probably won't have that
really
up there,
good.
really.
We are leading.
Yeah, I think you made that
Fomenting
report, didn't you, do, about all the drone strikes and the kids? That's a good report.
We've got a lot of these drone
that
pilots
was
now
years ago.
that are claiming PTSD, so now they want to make these drones fully autonomous so they can take that human emotion away so they can kill more people.
Yeah.
And assisting people everywhere.
And robots don't get carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yeah, exactly, so they don't have to worry about passing out Purple Hearts to the drone.
Effort will take time. It will require focus. But we will succeed. And tonight I call on this Congress to show the world that we are united
There
in
you
this
go.
mission by passing a resolution